There again. So we're still in Croatia and we're still on top of that mountain. My name is Donna Dowell and we're a world schooling family, and this is a parenting channel. So I'm trying to create, uh, I'm, I've, I'm doing a 30-day video challenge. So what I'm going to do is for the next 30 days I'm going to try and create content pertaining to some of the most often asked questions that I get for why we homeschool, why we world school, how do we travel, how do we deal with the kids while we're on the road. And I know that there's a lot of questions. I do get a lot of questions about how do we afford this, how do we plan this, and that sort of thing. And there's a lot of content on the internet with regards to how to plan world schooling and how to finance it and how to get a side gig, how to get an online gig. And I would really encourage you to look up those resources, but that's actually not what I'm about. What I would like to talk about is some of the challenges that we have faced being world schoolers, being on the road for almost 13 years with kids. We started traveling when my youngest was 6 months old and my oldest was 4.5. So now my oldest is 17, so the ages of my kids are 17, 15, and 13, and I can hear some of you groaning in the background now. Oh, what a tough age to be traveling, or maybe what a fabulous age to be traveling. It's a mixed bag. So we've had our challenges, we've had our honeymoon periods, and we've had our real down points where we've been so stressed out that all we could do was just hang out in our Airbnb and eat comfort food, literally, for days. And it's frustrating for me and sometimes for my husband too, because our energy levels, everyone's in the family, our energy levels have been not in sync. But one of the strategies that I wanted to share with you is slow travel. So what slow travel is actually, instead of whipping through a place and just staying there just for a few days, if you can, stay in that place for at least, a week, 10 days, a month. We quite often will stay in one place for a month. We have in the past stayed in one place for 6 months, and that's when you really dig deep into the culture and the experiences and finding all those little gold nuggets in your neighborhood and stuff. And yes, you may not be able to cover as much ground. You may miss some of the big sites on your checklist, on your to-do list, but what you're getting in return is a calmer family, a happier family, happier kids, happier mom and dad. You quite often you save money by doing slow travel. When you go on Airbnb, this is one of our tricks. If you book for at least a week, you usually get a discount. And sometimes if you book for a month, you'll get even 40 or 50% off of the price of an Airbnb. So those are all really good reasons to slow travel. Now I know that in my sort of belief system, I really believe that what you eat is really connected with how you think and how you behave. And that's very important for children as well. And so I have found that home-cooked meals not only save us money, but it also helps with the behaviors. Not only on a nutritional level, but on a comfort level, on a psychological level. When kids can eat home-cooked food and they're not being dragged from place to place, it's comforting to them, because you have to realize when you take them away from their home, there's going to be that period where they're struggling. They might have bouts of homesickness, and it might come up at different times. And some kids might not be homesick at all. But I have found as my kids have moved into adolescence and through adolescence, the homesickness actually becomes more of an issue because of difficulty finding other kids the same age to socialize with. I'm kind of getting off the point, but what the main thing I'm trying to express to you all is that slow travel is a really great way to go for many reasons, and I'm hoping that this video is useful to those of you who are curious about homeschooling or world schooling. Maybe you're tossing the idea around, you're not sure how you would do it. This is just one piece of the puzzle. How would you parent while being on the road? I'm hoping that I can fill that gap for you, even just a little bit. And yeah, if you like what you see, please give me a thumbs up, click like, give me a comment, shout out to me. I'd really appreciate it. I'm just starting out here, and I'd really like to hear from you all and hear your thoughts on this. Take care from Croatia. Bye.